Hello, my YouTube friends. This is Richard, founder of Short-Term Rental University and Airbnb Superhost. I was just flipping through Airbnb in our Short-Term Rental University group. If you haven't been there, come check it out. Lots of great information. And it gave me the impetus to film this video. Somebody posted a question and said, how many people have moved to full-time short-term rental business and left their day jobs or are fully invested in this and this is what they do? And there's just dozens of replies and really remarkable, great strides that people have made. And bravo. I'm so proud of all of you. It's fantastic. Lives are changing. People are getting out of their comfort zone. People are investing more and larger and better, and that's all great. So I am not here to rain on your parade. In fact, I give you kudos. You guys are doing great. Keep it up. But I got to ring a little bit of bell, a caution bell. You see, having all your eggs in one basket is really risky. There's an importance and a very, very important investment methodology that we followed when I worked at some of the top hedge funds in the world, which was no matter how much you love an investment, you can't put all your eggs in one basket because inevitably the unforeseen will be seen and then you'll be crying. So what you do to mitigate that risk is you don't put all your eggs in one basket and you diversify. How does that apply to short-term rentals? Well, if I was really fully invested in short-term rentals, at a minimum, I would diversify across geographies. I might have one in New York and one in Texas and one in Hawaii. That's good. If I wanted to diversify further, I might have one in Greece and one in London. Maybe I should have one in Asia and one in Central or South America. The point is, the more diversification that you can add into the portfolio, the less risk you're taking. If you have your entire business in one location and in one asset class, it's no different than saying, gee, I really love Apple stock and I'm going to take 100% of all my equity exposure and only invest in Apple stock. Would you do that? So why would you do that with your short-term rentals? That makes no sense either. Start to diversify from a geographic perspective to reduce risk. Your returns should be the same. Your risk should go down. Same returns, lower risk, better investment. So that's the first level of diversification. The second level of diversification is to move away from short-term rentals in your real estate bucket. When I worked at some of these top firms, we created what we called portfolios within portfolios. So the big portfolio is real estate. I have an overweight to short-term rentals because it's working really well and I'm getting paid 2 to 3 times more than traditional long-term rentals. So in that sub-bucket of short-term rentals, I do geographic diversification. I reduce my risk in that sub-bucket. Within the larger real estate bucket, I also have overweight short-term rentals, underweight multifamily rentals, underweight, retail or industrial or warehouse, but you can't just have all of your investments in short-term rentals and all of your short-term rentals in any one location. That is imprudent. That is far more risk than you think you have. I know it sounds improbable, but it happens all the time. Let me give you an example in my particular case. Last year was a difficult year for me. We had a big storm down in our Alabama home. It wiped out my entire pier and the front deck and all that, so we were under construction, which means my income was lower, and it cost me about $80,000 out of pocket to fix the pier. Thankfully, I only had one property down there, not 5, not 10, not 20. One. So that was a big loss and a big hiccup. I was able to reinvest, fix it, we're back online, 2019 is gonna be better. Now we talk about geographic diversification. I also had a bad year in my Colorado property. Why? Totally different reasons, but it was a bad snow year. So in the winter, we didn't have a lot of rental people. So even with diversification, right? There's no correlation between Alabama and Colorado, at least none that I'm aware of, yet both of those two were down. My other properties were all up, so that worked out okay within my short-term rental bucket. But thankfully, I have other real estate, so that performed well and I diversified away, and I have other investments. I have equities and I have some bonds and I have some crypto and I have other things. It's not all short-term rentals in one market. So let me know if you have any questions. Please go ahead and leave a comment below. Let me know how you diversify or how you mitigate your risk. Let me know if this makes sense. We're starting to move past just short-term rental tips and trades and tools, recognizing that it's a great opportunity set, but there's much more to life, there's much more to wealth creation, there's much more to risk management, there's much more to asset allocation and portfolio construction, and that's where we're going. So I hope you find this really interesting. We're getting an online MBA, y'all. How you like me now? Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Thanks, friends.